I'm going to explain about dynamic memory allocation in C programming. What is mean by dynamic memory allocation? What is mean by static memory allocation? Before going to discuss dynamic memory allocation, you should know what is static memory allocation, what are the disadvantages of static memory allocation, and what are the advantages of the dynamic memory allocations. Then what is mean by dynamic memory allocation? To allocate memory during the runtime or at the time of execution of a program, that is called dynamic memory allocation. Whenever the memory is allocated during the runtime, that memory allocation is called as the dynamic memory allocation. Before going to talk dynamic memory allocation, I want to tell you about what is static memory allocation. Static memory allocation. Static memory allocation is nothing but to allocate the memory during the compiler. For example, int a, how much memory is allocated? It is static. Only, for example, 4 bytes of memory. Then in case of int a of 5, it is also fixed. The size is fixed. How many elements you are going to store into the array? Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These type of allocations are called as the static memory allocations. Because what is the disadvantage of the static memory allocation? The size is fixed. We can't increase or decrease the size of a memory. Once memory is allocated to a particular variable, it is fixed. We can't change the size of a memory is called as static memory. Because here the 4 bytes is fixed. We can't change the size of a memory. In case of this array, how many bytes? It is a 4 bytes, 4 into 5. For example, the integer size is 4 bytes, then how many elements? 5 elements, 4 into 5, 20. 20 bytes will be allocated to this array. But here the size is given as a 5, but we stored only 3 elements. Suppose 20, 10, 20, 30. I don't want to store the remaining 2 elements. Then at that time, because before that we given the size, then the memory is wasted. Because your size is given as a 5, but you have stored only 3 elements into the array, then remaining 2 positions are empty because we can't remove this memory because it is a fixed. It is a wastage of memory. That is called as the static memory allocation. Just I want to tell you what is the difference between static memory and dynamic memory allocations. These are static. The memory will be allocated during the compile time. In case of dynamic, the memory will be allocated during the runtime. The second point is that we can't increase or decrease the size of the memory in case of static. But in case of dynamic, you can able to increase or decrease the size of your memory during the runtime. Because what is the disadvantage of this one? It is a fixed size is fixed. The size is not fixed in case of dynamic. Okay, for example of the static memory, for example, array is the static memory example. For example of the dynamic memory allocation, where it can be used generally in case of linked list, because the memory will be allocated dynamically. But in C programming, how the dynamic memory will be allocated, we will see. You got an idea what is the difference between static memory allocation and dynamic memory allocation. Then but what are the dynamic memory allocation functions? Four functions. Provided by C. What is called malloc, calloc, realloc, reallocation, then free. These four are the dynamic memory allocation functions in C programming. All these functions will be in the standard library.h. Because all these functions, whenever you use these functions into your programming, you must use one header file that is standard library.h. STD stands for standard lib standard library dot header files. All these functions will be placed in the std lib.h header file. Okay. But now I want to discuss about what is malloc and what is calloc and what is realloc and free. So first of all, I want to discuss about malloc. What is malloc? Malloc stands for memory allocations. Then what is the use of the malloc functions? Then I want to discuss, after that I will discuss about the calloc and realloc. Then malloc stands for memory allocation. How the memory allocation will be done, we will see. The syntax and another statement, the memory will be allocated single block of memory. Single block of memory will be allocated, single block of memory allocated using malloc function. Again, by default, values are garbage because whenever the memory is allocated to the pointer variable, then by default all values should be garbage. The memory cell should be garbage because the single byte of memory will be allocated. But what are the initial values? The initial values are garbage values. Or by default, initial values are garbage. Then what is the syntax of malloc function? Then pointer variable equal cast type should be a pointer, then malloc then byte size. Byte size should be an unsigned integer. Unsigned. Why? Because Unsigned means which can have the which can store the only positive numbers, which does not store the negative number. This is the syntax of what is called malloc. Malloc stands for memory allocation, M stands for memory, alloc allocation, memory allocation. Single block of memory will be allocated to the pointer variable. Then by default initial values are garbage. Then how the initial values are garbage we will see. Then it is a pointer variable. In case of int pointer p, the cast type, because what is this is a function, this is the byte size, you should give the byte size, how many bytes of memory should be allocated by using the malloc function. The cast type, because the conversion, because malloc function which returns a void pointer. The malloc function which returns a void pointer means it is generic pointer, because it is converted as an integer or float or double whatever. That is called a generic pointer or void pointer. We can cast the malloc function is cast to the integer or float or double whatever. It is based on your application. The pointer p, the int star pointer, then malloc, what is suppose for example 4. Because here 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. Single block of memory. What is 4 bytes of memory will be allocated? This is called a pointer. The base address of this block will be stored in the pointer variable. Suppose it is a 400. The 400 will be stored in the 400 address will be stored in the pointer variable p. Then the time the pointer variable is pointing to the memory block. Single block of memory will be allocated to the pointer variable, that is called as the malloc function. Here simple int pointer p, the int malloc, then 4. Another example, for example, n value is 4, n int size of integer. Because n value should be 4, what is size of integer? Integer, for example, the size of integer becomes 4 bytes, then 4 into 4, then 16 bytes. At this time, the 16 bytes of memory will be allocated to the pointer variable p. Malloc n into the size of integer. How many the integer, because it is a 4 bytes, it returns 4 bytes, then n value should be a 4. 4 into 4. How many elements? 4 elements. How many elements are there? N value should be a 4 elements. Then 4 into 4, how many bytes should be allocated to the pointer variable? Then 16 bytes should be allocated. Got my point? This is called as then malloc. Then simple how the memory should be allocated to the pointer variable using malloc function. Got it? Then after CLOC, then after that I will write the example. Or else before that, if you want to write the example, you can write it. I will write the example using malloc function. Because while main example using malloc, because as include stdlib.h, then before that you can use stdio.h. then int n, printf. After that you should take the pointer variable p, printf, enter n value, the scanf %ld address of n. Here we should allocate the dynamic memory allocation to the pointer variable p, then p equal the integer of malloc, then n, how many elements, n, into then size of int. Because the integer is 4 bytes, the n value should be a 5. Whenever n value should be a 5. If you take a 5 as the input, then 5 into 5. How many bytes? 5 into 4, 20 bytes of single block will be allocated to the pointer variable is p. Then after that, printf, enter elements, then for int iv is also required, then sum is also required. I want to sum the elements into from array. For I equal 0, I less than 5, or n, sorry to say, I plus plus. Then scanf %ld p plus I. Pointer variable is p. Then after that, whenever the value is getting, this is function for reading it. Got my point? Or else in that only we can use sum equal sum plus star p plus I. Then after that you can display print of sum equal %ld, yeah, then main function should be closed. Here up to this point you know it, the size is given n because single block of memory will be allocated. How many bytes? 20 bytes. With pointer variable p. Because the base address of this block will be stored in the pointer variable. Suppose it is 100, 100 will be stored here. Then after that, enter elements. The I equal 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Then because it is a pointer variable, we don't use the address operator over here. Okay, p plus I. Because I will become 0. Whenever reading the first value, it will be 0. Because here, suppose 1, I have taken the 1, p of 0. Because p plus I means p of 0. I means 0. Because it's 0th index location. For 100, base address 100, 101, next address 104, 108, because here size of int 4 bytes we have taken. Then p plus I, then sum equal, here sum plus 0 plus sum as inside 0, star p plus I, because we have to get this value, we should use the star. We can get the value in the address of 100. What is 1? 1. Then after that, then I is incremented by 1. It moved to the next location. P plus I, which moved to the next location, that is called as 104. 104. Then in that one, the value will be taken like that. 4, 5. Then I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have taken the 5 values. Then after that, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Like that, all the values will be summed over here. Because here I did not use any array. But where dynamic memory will be allocated to the point where here, whenever the element has been removed, automatically the memory size will be decreased over there. That is the advantage of dynamic memory allocation. Then some value will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3, here 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Then what is the value? It will be displayed over 50. Okay, this is a simple example about the malloc function. Here, next CLR, C stands for contiguous memory allocation. Because what is CLR? Multiple block of memory will be allocated. Multiple block of memory allocated. In case of malloc, C stands for contiguous memory allocation. Contiguous memory. Alloc means allocation. Because multiple block of memory allocation allocated during the runtime is called as the CLR. Got it? But here multiple block. This is in case of malloc single block of memory. The next one, by default, initial values are, here by default initial values are garbage. Initial values should be zeros. It's very important. It will ask at the time of interview. It is by default all the values in the memory are zeros. Then because what is the syntax for the contiguous memory allocation? Then same, the point variable P, then cast type, then CLR, and then variable or their size. Okay, n and size, whatever. For example, P equal int of CLR, then 4 size of int. Because here size, it is a size, 10 byte size. Because the CLR, the 4, then size of int. Then 4, what is the size of int? Comma, because the contiguous memory allocation. It is a single block of memory. The contiguous, how many blocks? 4 blocks. Each block is having how many bytes? It is different from the integer. Each block is having the 4 bytes. Because 4, because point variable is P. Suppose 100. 104, 108, 102. Because 4, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each memory is how many bytes? 4 bytes. It is a 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 4 bytes. because it is not it is continuous memory allocation to the point variable p. Here, then base address of these will be stored in the point variable. Because once memory is allocated to the point where by default these values should be 0. In case of this one is different, in case of contiguous memory allocation is different, CLAC. Got my point? But there is a major difference between MALOC, then CLAC. Okay. Malloc function and calloc function. Here, this is the syntax, this is the syntax for it. But the same, in case of if you want to use the same example for the CLAC, then nothing will be there, little bit changes over here, then CLAC, then n comma size of int. Okay, then continuous memory will be allocated to the n value. N is suppose for example 5, then here 5 slots of memory will be allocated, 5 blocks of memory. In case of MALOC, single block of memory is multiple blocks of memory will be allocated during the runtime, and that is called as the CLAC. Got my point? Then this is a simple example for the MALOC and CLAC. Okay, there's nothing will be there. Example will say, but allocation of the memory will be different by using the MALOC and CLAC. Then after that, I will discuss about the ReAlloc. Because ReAlloc stands for reallocation. Reallocation. What is the meaning of the reallocation? Which used to change the size of memory, which has allocated previously. Okay, because change the size of memory which is allocated previously using malloc or CLAC. The syntax that pointer variable is p, then cast type realloc, then pointer p, then new size. For example, here this is already allocated previously by using the CLAC. Then if you want to, this is memory is not sufficient. If the memory is not sufficient, what you have to do is, then you can use the realloc function to increase the size of the memory. How do we increase the size of the memory using the realloc? This is the syntax. Then here, but already it has done. Then if you want to increase the size of the memory, the 4 into 4, 16 bytes are not enough to store the values. Then if you want to increase the size, okay, if you want to store the more elements, then we can able to increase the size. But what is the syntax? Then p equal, then cast type integer, then realloc, then previous size should be a pointer variable is p because it is a p. Then new size, what is the new size will be given. Then 5. Previously 4, it is a 5. At that time, the 5 into 4, 20 bytes of memory will be allocated. Previously for RLs 10 into 4, 40. This is the way you need to increase the size of a memory using the realloc function. Got my point? Then in case of free, but is it clear? If you have get any doubt, you ask me through comment box. Suppose free memory will be deallocated. Deallocates dynamic memory. Whenever the memory is allocated to the pointer variable, then if you want to deallocate, if you does not deallocate, again the memory is still occupies the pointer variable is p. Then if you want to your work has done, if you want to delete that pointer variable is p, then pre method can be used to deallocate the memory, then pointer variable is p. Automatically whatever the memory is allocated to the pointer variable is p, that memory will be deallocated by using the free function. Is it clear? Then these are the dynamic memory allocation function in C programming. malloc, calloc, realloc, then free. It will ask you at the time of placement drive, because I explained with help of the example how the memory should be allocated using the malloc, calloc, how we can increase the size of the memory using the realloc, how the memory will be deallocated using the free function. Okay. If you have any doubt regarding this example or concepts, please ask me through comment box. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching my videos.